Depression, the world's most misunderstood illness. Did you know you might be depressed without even knowing it? Because depending on your personality type, the degree at which you express emotion differs. For instance, people that are introverted tend not to express their emotions as much as extroverted individuals. They internalize their feelings and show little in the way of emotional changes. On the other hand, depression has been stigmatized and misused in our society. However, there are still behavioral, physical, and biological signs that point to depression that will help us analyze and discuss the 7 main signs of depression that you should be aware of. Therefore, the 7 signs of depression that will help you to analyze whether you or anyone around you is depressed are: 1. Alteration in sleep pattern. Sleeping too little or too much can be a sign of unwellness. A sustained difficulty sleeping is termed insomnia. And according to the National Sleep Foundation, people with insomnia are always likely to be suffering from depression or anxiety. Therefore, if one is having difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep most of the night, then it could be a sign of depression. Also, the alteration in sleep pattern is not just about difficulty sleeping. For some people, when they are depressed, they sleep too much, way more than their usual sleeping hours. Hence, any sustained change in your sleep pattern, be it reductive or excessive, should be taken seriously. A second sign of depression is severe tiredness or persistent fatigue. One of the most common signs of depression is the feeling of tiredness. If you're not getting enough sleep, it is normal to feel tired. Sometimes it may be due to burnout from work or family activities, leading to lack of energy, which will make you feel tired and worn out. So, as a human, it is normal to feel tired and exhausted when you engage in a tedious activity. But a persistent fatigue or severe tiredness is abnormal. This points to depression and requires you to seek help from a professional ASAP. A third sign of depression is withdrawalness and loss of interest. Do you show a sudden change in mood so as to give the impression that you don't want to be bothered? When a person becomes distant and doesn't want to be around others, it is a major sign of depression. This goes with a loss of interest in activities you once loved doing, such as your hobbies. It often affects your sex drive also. You no longer look forward to being intimate with your partner. And to make it even more complicated, when someone is in this state, they find it difficult to communicate their feelings and emotions. So, when a person starts showing a sudden change in mood, withdrawalness or loss of interest, they shouldn't be treated with contempt. Rather, they should be showered with love and affection because they are most likely going through depression. They should also seek professional help as soon as possible before their condition worsens and the situation gets out of hand. Before we go on to the 4th sign, please smash that subscribe button for me, like this video if you're enjoying it, and turn on the notification bell. That simple gesture will mean the world to me. Thank you. A 4th sign of depression is negative thought pattern. Are you having a pessimistic outlook on life? People with depression always see things from a negative standpoint because they have difficulty thinking positively about the future. They are enveloped in an ever-increasing darkness, which influences their thought pattern. Withdrawn and sad, depression makes life look bleak. This might lead to suicidal thoughts and behaviors such as self-harming. Therefore, once your thoughts are predominantly negative, it is a sign of depression. So, please seek help as soon as possible. A 5th sign of depression is changes in eating habits and weight. Food is always used as an emotional comfort. For some people, when they are emotionally broken, they tend to consume more unhealthy foods like junks, and as a result, they put on a ton of weight. For others, when they are in a low mood, they don't feel like eating as much as they usually do. So, as a result, they lose a lot of weight. Therefore, when there is an obvious change in one's eating habits and weight, it is an indication of unwellness. This is always a sign of depression. A 6th sign of depression is alcohol and drug abuse. Is your consumption of alcoholic beverages now more frequent than ever? Studies have shown that individuals experiencing depression try to escape their reality by turning to alcohol and drugs. Without even realizing it, they become addicted to these substances as they use them as their coping mechanism. According to the statistics published by the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, it states that roughly 1 in 5 persons with alcohol or substance use disorder has a mood disorder such as anxiety or depression. So in reverse, 1 in every 5 persons with a mood disorder such as depression and anxiety has an alcohol or substance use disorder also. Therefore, once you start having a strong urge to take alcoholic beverages more frequently than before, or to take drugs such as opium in order to numb your feelings and escape your unpleasant reality, this is a major sign of depression and you should seek help from a qualified personnel immediately. A 7th sign of depression is aches and pains. Did you know that depression doesn't just affect only the mental health? When you are experiencing depression, you sometimes get to experience physical consequences such as general body pain, chronic pain, headaches, backaches, and indigestion. When it is a major depression, the physical effects can be as serious as heart diseases, type 2 diabetes, or arthritis. Therefore, having a recurring aches and pains and other diseases can be a sign of depression. So, always be vigilant and attentive to your body. Since you stayed till the end, let me throw in a bonus point for you. Another major sign of depression is inability to concentrate. Having difficulty focusing, which causes you to be unable to complete tasks, is a major sign of depression. Persons with depression are known to have a hard time concentrating on one thing because their minds are often all over the place without focusing on a single thing. Hence, it is not uncommon for depressed persons to lose their train of thought while having a conversation or to switch off completely while performing a task. This can result in a sharp decline in grades for students and poor performances for workers. Therefore, when you start having a persistent difficulty focusing, go and see a health professional because this can be a sign of depression. Listening attentively, showing just one of these signs of depression doesn't make you depressed. There has to be a combination of at least 2 or more of these signs for one to be termed depressed. Also, when you're going through a rough patch such as heartbreak, financial or academic struggles, you might experience some of these signs of depression. However, the term depression only applies for conditions that continue for 2 weeks or more. Because in life, everyone goes through a rough patch from time to time. So, don't be too quick to throw the word depression at every negative emotion you experience. Now that you've known the signs of depression, go and check the causes of depression in this video that I linked up here. And in the next video, we are going to be discussing the 7 natural ways you can effectively overcome depression without needing any medication. Stay tuned, it will be worth the wait. If you enjoyed this video, please kindly smash that like button for me, subscribe if you haven't, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of our insightful content. Thank you for watching.